This is Seconds Out, this is Joe Leigh, and this is Ricky Hatton. Ricky, I'm sure you've been in a lot of bubbles now. How do you sort of find bubble life?
A little bit frustrating, you know what I mean? But it's just the way we've had to get used to this. Whether you're in a bubble when it comes to the boxing matches and the shows like this, or whether you've got to do 2 weeks self-isolating at home. I think it's become a little bit of a way of life, and I hope it's a way of life that we're going to see a change in 2021. I think it's been frustrating for us all, for boxing, for football, for business, for families, for the whole lot. So it's I think it's something that we've had to get used to, but hopefully it's going to be coming to an end from the start of the new year.
And obviously the reason we're here this week is Shaq Peters versus Craig Richards for the British light heavyweight title. Give us your thoughts on that and your overall opinion.
I think it can't help but be a good fight, to be honest. It's a bit of a 50-50 fight, you know, not really much in it. And the light heavyweight division was a little bit weak a few years ago, wasn't it? But now, you know, you've got two youngsters, you know, at the probably, not, I wouldn't say quite at the peak, but, you know, at the best on the way up, that are going to put a fantastic fight, a fantastic show on. And it's great to see the undercard of the conveyor belt, you know, coming through to fill the gaps. I mean, hopefully these lads that are on the card, that's where they want to be at British title level. But I think it's a real pick and fight, that really couldn't say.
Yeah, definitely. We've got Brett McGindy, Idris Virgo, Stephen McKenna, some real fantastic prospects on the undercard as well. Tomorrow night, the day after Friday, Saturday night, Canelo versus Callum Smith. If Callum Smith pulls this off, is this one of the best away soil victories in boxing history?
Oh, without a doubt, in British boxing history, yeah. I mean, when you look, you had, Sugar Ray Robinson, Randolph Turpin, you know, Lloyd Honegan, Donald Curry, you know, Ricky Hatton, you know, the list goes to Gerald McClellan, you know, Nigel Benn, the list goes on, and this has got to be up there when you see what, you know, Canelo has done and the people he's beat time after time again, where he's ranked in the pound for pound rankings. It certainly got to be up there, you know, and it certainly deserves it, and he's got a great chance. I think, you know, if Callum turns up and brings his best game. And you know, Canelo, I'm not saying, you know, Callum needs his best game and he needs Canelo to have an off night, but I think sometimes Callum's looked a world beater, and then, you know, I hope he don't forgive me for saying, and then he's not performed like we know he can. And I think you know, we need to have the Callum Smith at his absolute best, you know, to win. And if he does that, he's got a great chance. Look at the size and difference and reach, the boxing ability he's got, you know what I mean, and the body punching he's got. But sometimes, you know, like in the Jack Ryder fight, he's not quite. Look at that. We need Callum at his best, not that performance. That's no disrespect to Jack, but I think, you know, it doesn't need me to say he's absolutely well and truly capable of pulling this off. He'll be going into an underdog. I think he'll be the first to admit that with me. But no, got a great chance, like Callum from day one always have done. And I think if he turns up with his A game, I think he's got an absolute wonderful chance.
And we'll go on to your Campbell, but the first Campbell I want to talk about is Luke Campbell against Ryan Garcia, 2nd of January. What are your thoughts on that fight as well?
It's an interesting fight, and I think, you know, my old team of Golden Boy could have bitten off a bit more than they can chew. I mean, Garcia is a bit of a speed merchant, you know, he's the young kid coming up, all the flash, you know, and you know, and all that stuff. But they might have bitten off a bit more than they can chew. Luke Campbell, you know, you've seen the people that he's been in with, you know, Lomachenko, you know what I mean, tall, southpaw, with the amateur background that he's had and the, you know, professional experience that he's got now. He's been there, seen and done it. He's got the T-shirt, you know what I mean. And I just think he might have a little bit more, you know, it's not. The only thing is with Garcia, it's not who he's beat, it's the manner in which he's done it, which makes me feel that maybe he has got a couple more levels to move into. But, you know, it'll either be the crowning of Garcia, where he really comes out of the shadows and says, wow, this is the next star of boxing, or he might have bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. It's a really, really interesting fight, but like Luke's got a great chance of beating him. Would not surprise me one bit. Yeah,
I think Luke tweeted actually the other day, said after the fight, people will be tweeting saying it was too soon for Ryan Garcia. So
I think there's a good case in that. But, you know, having said that, he could come up and blow our minds, couldn't he? You know what I mean? He does look like he's got the hand speed. He looks like he's got the ability to go on to even bigger than better things than where he's gone already. And I think if that's going to be the case, we'll know a lot more come Saturday when he fights Luke.